Okay, everybody. Hello there, and welcome to today's live stream. As always, I'm very excited to be here, and in particular, always excited to be here with Stardew Valley. You guys know I love this game, especially since I got a fancy new hat. Look at my fancy hat. It's so cool. So this, as many of you probably know, this is not exactly my go-to relaxing game, but pretty close to it. And so, like, today was one of my first days back at work after my vacation and all this kind of stuff. So just sort of trying to ease back into it. So it's kind of nice that this won the poll. But look, Marathwin's already here. Hi, Marathwin. I'm waving, but you can't see because the camera's off. But it's okay. You understand. So it feels like forever since I played this game. I mean, really, it feels like forever since I played most of my games, because it really has been. I've mentioned it a few times before. I unfortunately don't have a whole lot of time to play games anymore. I don't particularly mind, because I do it when I can, and I really enjoy it when I'm able to. But, you know, it can be a little bit meh sometimes. Just a little bit. Mirthwin waved back at me. That's so nice. I have a bunch of starfruit wine. But yeah, it's a... For anybody who's unaware, you should be aware, this is essentially an indie game darling phenomenon thing that's been going on for a good while now. Essentially, I always like to describe it as a combination of Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing, where you've got interactions with all the townspeople. In this case, I'm married to her. That's Maru, my wife, and she's awesome. But yeah, it's and it's just a really relaxing game. You just go around, you do essentially whatever you want. It's one of these sort of make your own goals type of games, which is one of the reasons why I really love it. But I hope that you all had a good weekend since my last stream, where I did my my new Batman game that Rev had gotten me. It was fun. But it's a good time. I had a reasonably good weekend. I mentioned on my stream on Saturday that I'm very excited to have gotten a PS4 over the weekend, or not over the weekend, but over the holiday. So I'm very, very happy about that, having joined the new console generation after it's been out for, what, 6 years or something like that. You know, it's better late than never, right? So I'm really excited to have it, and I've really been enjoying playing it a lot. I'm trying to get it set up so that I can stream from it, but I'm having some difficulty with connectivity and stuff. But like I said, regardless, I hope that everybody's doing well. Let's see. Making cheese, making cheese. Marathwin doesn't like cheese. She can't have it. She's kind of lame. It is true. One of my favorite features about this game is you can give kale as gifts. Because you can grow kale, and then anything you grow or plant or whatever you can give as gifts in this game. And I like kale. Marathwin, you give people booze. You know, the funny thing is that it doesn't matter what you get them as long as they like it. Gives you the same amount of points. I'm just saying. See, I'm smarter because I'm keeping people healthy. You're just getting the whole town drunk. I'm just saying. That's not cool. You can't be doing that to people. It's unhealthy. Not really certain what I'm going to be doing today in the game. I honestly hadn't thought about it. Had a like I said, it was one of my first days back at work after my vacation. So it was a little bit slow, but it was also pretty frustrating just dealing with some of the people and problems that I have to do. So it kind of sucked. So I'm just a little bit like blech. Not to mention I feel fat. But that's beside the point. Stardew is fun. Incidentally, this is actually still my first playthrough of the game. I have yet to finish the game, which is kind of weird. But the way it works is at the end of it, at the end of your second year, then you get to you essentially get judged on how well you did. And after that, you can stay as long as you want. You can perpetually keep your farm up and make it bigger, better, stronger, faster, all that kind of... What is this? Oh, they got a band! Rock out, mofos! Doom, 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 doom. Oh. They didn't like me rocking out with them. Hey, look, it's Rev. Hey, Rev. Huh. You don't know what kind of music to make. Goth rock, obviously. Oh! Honky tonky country! Now let's do experimental noise rock. Nah, he wants to do honky tonk country. I bet. I'll do it! Aww, I wanted to play drums. Nobody lets me play drums. Did my family feed me? They fed me, yeah. I was fed while I was away. And they did feed me kale, I'll have you know. So... TH got to the poll. Yeah, I assume Rev's votes were for Dragon Quest. Rev always votes for Dragon Quest. Because it's awesome. I'm sad because nobody voted for Batman. I secretly wanted to play Batman. It's locked! Shh. Full of secrets, aren't you, Haley? So this is the remnants of a statue of the mayor that I found. I put it out on display, and he did not approve of it. Oh, it's almost time for this night market thing. I've never seen that before. There was a pretty big update several months ago to this game, and it started to include a whole bunch of stuff, including co-op and a bunch of new events, all sorts of stuff. So it's really super cool, and I'm excited to see some of the new stuff. Like I said, I honestly don't have a lot of time to play, unfortunately. So I normally only play most of my games when I'm on stream, honestly, at this point, which, you know, it's not bad. It just is what it is. But yeah. Why not do a rotation? I could, but I like doing the polls because, I mean, one of the points of me doing my streaming and my videos and stuff is I like getting feedback from people and seeing what you guys want to see. Because, like, okay, sure, I can do my channel, like my YouTube channel with all my board game videos, and then of course my live streams for myself, and in a big way it is for myself. But at the same time, I would like to make stuff that people actually want to watch. You know, if I'm just making it for myself, then it's kind of like, why am I bothering? You know, it's nice to do stuff that people want to see. At least that's the way that I see it, and that's the way I prefer it. But at the same time, you know, I don't give in to like unreasonable demands and stuff like that. Like, it's kind of funny because a lot of people mention like suggestions for my board game videos on some of my older stuff, and I'm like, well, it just so happens that I already did that, so go check it out because it's already done. Haha. You know, and things like that. Not that it really matters, but whatever. That is true. I mean, there. I don't know how much voting is actually going on, but I have a feeling that a lot of it is only coming from two sources, which is basically the two of you, Merthwin and Rev. But that's not a bad thing. I mean, again, it's fun. I enjoy it. And it's nice to have at least some time to be able to play games because, like I said, a lot of times I just don't have time, and this is the main time I get to play. So I'd rather have it than not, personally. Got some bad rolls on my geodes there. Oh my god, it's Eag! Hey Eag, it's been way too long. How are you doing? Great to see you. And yes, I am back. And Merthwin votes too. I imagine, Merthwin, that tiny human probably takes over your voting privileges. I'm just saying. What is that? What are you? Reveal your secret! For you Harry Potter fans. Huh? Huh? Anybody? Anybody? Huh? No? Maybe? I'll wait. My 96-part review of Game of Thrones Checkers. Well, yeah, I mean, you have to do one part for every square, right? And it's strategic value to the game. I mean, that seems to be the important thing to do. Eag votes too. Okay, good. That makes me feel less bad. Thank you. But no, seriously, thank you all. Like, you guys know I really appreciate it. But I hope that you all had great vacations. If anybody took vacations, or at least good breaks for those of you that were on break from, like, school or whatever. Like, my break itself is, it's tied to where I work because I actually work at a school. So the weird thing is that, like, I'm just a regular employee, so I'm not like a teacher, so I don't actually get any time off for it. But either way, oh, it's fine. I mean, people vote when they want to vote, and they don't when they don't. I mean, either way, I have fun. I get to play games. I get to have a good time. I get to talk with all of you, so it's always fun. I always like it. But as I was saying, that's why I'm a little bit opposed to doing a rotation strictly, because it's just it's not as fun for me personally, because I prefer something something that's a little bit more spontaneous at least. I mean, obviously I pick the things that I put in the poll, but at the same time I do try to pick things that I believe people are going to enjoy. So as a perfect example, there's a fun little quirky game, the Mega Aquarium. So there's a handful of people, I think Rev's one of them, on my Patreon that get to see my my fish videos because I've got a fish tank and I make some like behind the scenes videos for it. And so I love doing it, and I found this game that is about making an aquarium. It's kind of like Railroad Tycoon meets Sim City meets fish type of thing. And I streamed it once, and it just doesn't work very well as a streaming game. It's just not that fun. It's not super intriguing from a streaming point of view. I really enjoy the game. I have fun playing it, but it doesn't make sense as a streaming game, unfortunately. So I've taken it out of the rotation regarding my my, oh my god, words fail me. Rotation of polls. That's the word. But yeah. Oh, you finished Dragon Quest. Nice. Now, when you say finished, do you mean like 100%ed it or just like went through the story? Because either way, that sounds awesome. Oh yeah, exactly, Rev, and that's sort of what I'm thinking. Because if I was playing like some of the super popular streaming games, you know, like Fortnite and Call of Duty and all that kind of crap, the first off, I don't like those kinds of games. It's just not something I find enjoyable, and secondly, it's one of the it's an issue of I have to be paying full attention to the game. I can't pause it. I can't do anything, so it just kind of sucks. And honestly, the big reason why I started doing this was so that I could interact with people. And I can't interact if I'm sitting here focused and like shouting and screaming at my team or whatever. So I just don't bother. That said, it means that some of my streams might be less interesting than others, solely on the fact that there's not as much action going on. And it's not as like, woo, 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 run, 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 stab, stab, shoot, shoot, pew, pew type of thing. But I'm okay with that. Oh, okay, so you finished the main story. Nice. I mean, that's cool. Don't tell me how it ends. I haven't seen it yet. I'm still waiting for all these trees to grow. So I've got pine trees, I've got maple trees, and I've got the, oh my god, what's the other one? Oak. Because I can tap all the trees and get stuff. So like you see this little bottle right here. So that's a tap tree, and I basically just wanted to grow a little orchard so that I could have everything available quickly. So yeah, it's one of the things I like about this game is that you can constantly improve what you've got and make it even a little bit nicer and a little bit better. Let's see, what do I want to do? What I want to do real quick, I want to see what I need for my little stone paths. Very quickly here. Okay, there it is. Okay, I just need a single stone, that's not bad. So what I'll do is I'll just whip up some. Huh. So one thing that you can do in this game is, like you can see I've got all my stuff laid out here for my farmland. And, oh shoot. And one thing that you can do is you can place the sprinklers on top of some kind of a path. And that will allow you to, it'll allow you to more efficiently get stuff done, essentially, because you're able to do massive rows of the plants quickly. It makes it just a lot easier. So I'm just doing this real quick, at least for some of them. Like I said, tomorrow, not tomorrow Tuesday, but tomorrow in game, which is a Friday, incidentally. I think I'm gonna head to the desert because the desert is really cool, and I can get a lot of cool stuff there. I'll just finish off the ones that I've got real quick. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Whoa! What is this? Finished main story. Awesome. If only we had some kind of a superhero Diablo-style game. That would be a perfect streaming game, I agree. Somebody should really get on that. You know, we should call somebody and somebody get Marvel on the phone and tell them that they need to make an action RPG. Y'all are terrible. You're just terrible. So, for those of you who are unaware, the main game that I actually used to play on stream was Marvel Heroes, and that's exactly what the game was. It was an action RPG that was based off of the Marvel comics, naturally. The problem is that the company that made it went belly up. Oh man, it's been over a year now, just over a year, because it was the end of 2017 that they went under, and it was just really piss poor management and not paying attention to players. A really terribly done launch onto chocolate cake, yum. A really terribly done launch on consoles. It was just bad. It was so terrible. If anybody's curious, Bono gave birth to a cow. Fickert. I like Fickert as a cow name. That's a quality cow name. Fickert the baby cow. Y'all best not judge me for Fickert the cow. It's a quality name for a quality cow. Oh man, I remember playing Ultimate Alliance. That's a good game. I kind of liked it. I miss it. Let's see what's on. Nothing good. Yeah, I remember, we're gonna have a baby! Yay, baby! My baby gonna have a baby! Oh, baby! Whatever, I'm funny. Had some extra wood lying around. You guys, somebody is sending me wood in the mail. What does that mean? Is that a sign? What does it mean? I don't know. Dad of War. I love it. Maru is giving birth to Cable. Whatever. I will not be naming my daughter Apple. Yeah, I really want to get God of War. I'm really excited because I got Spyro, which I super love, and I used to play as a kid all the time. I'm so happy that I got Spyro. And then I also got Spooderman, because freaking Spooderman, right? You know, if you're gonna have a PS4, then you have to get Spooderman. So I'm really happy. God of War is on my list, as is Horizon Zero Dawn, and then Red Dead Redemption 2. Those are the main ones that are on my list. Where's my new cow? Is this my new cow? Hi, Fickert! Fickert is curious about the new world. Oh, man. That was a pretty echoey sneeze. I don't know if it echoed into the mic, but it was pretty impressive from where I'm sitting. Oh my god, it's Timmy Tommy Tony! Hello! How are you doing, Timmy Tommy Tony? CES, oh man, it sucks because I really want to go to all of these things. Like I would love to go to CES. It's one of the things that I want to do. I want to go to CES. I want to go to E3. I've been to Gen Con once. I want to go again. I haven't been in quite a while. But yeah. Oh, Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh my god, how could I forget about Kingdom Hearts 3? Yes, absolutely. Definitely need that too. Rev, you're terrible. Oh, Tiny's going to bed. Good night, TH. Night night. Oh, Rev, you're going to PAX South? I hate you. I hate you all. With your things and busyness and going and doing and whatnots. Jealous. But yeah, unfortunately, I just don't have the money to go to all the things that I want to. I mean, it's just the way it is. Sad but true. See, that's what I'm saying, Timmy, Tommy, Tony. I was even looking at it earlier. I was looking at Kingdom Hearts 3. I was like, oh my god, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out. Like, oh, man. We're running low on red mullet. I forgot. That's a fish. The first thing I thought was like some Irish person with an 80s haircut. I was very confused about Jody's desires. It was very confusing. But okay, now we know. Now we know. And it's okay. It's okay. That was very frightening. Oh, nice. Fancy pre-order. I mean, yeah, of course, CES is trade only, but still, I'd love to go. I mean, I'm a streamer. That means I'm part of the trade, right? That's how it works. I mean, sort of. I've been to a couple of board game conventions where my way there was paid, so that's pretty fun. But yeah, essentially, as far as the PS4 is concerned, it got to the point where I was just like, oh my god, there's so many games that I want that are either PlayStation exclusive or console exclusive that I just can't get on PC. At least not yet, in some cases. So I was like, honestly, I didn't really want one because I knew that I wouldn't have a lot of time to play it. I mean, I mentioned earlier, I don't know if everybody heard, but essentially the main time that I get to play games is during my streams. This is pretty much it for me. And a big part of that is just because I work so much. Again, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is what it is. So, yeah. And that was essentially my biggest worry about getting a current gen console, not next gen, but current gen. Of what is it, like 6 years ago? I think it was something like that. Marathon, what are you posting? You're posting weird stuff. So it was a gift. It was a gift. Marathon, that's awesome. But yeah, it was a gift, and I mentioned on Saturday too that I'm trying to get it so that I can stream from it because I got Spooderman. I'm so excited. I actually haven't started playing it yet, but I got it, and I cannot wait to play it. It's going to be so much fun, and I really do want to stream it, at least on occasion. The problem is I got to figure out how I'm going to get it to work. One thing that at least a few people saw, I know Marathon and Rev primarily saw, was I was discussing it on my Discord earlier, is that I really need to upgrade my computer because it's just, it's not garbage, but my computer is about 8.5, almost 9 years old at this point. So it's not good for doing any sort of, why is that? That's weird. It's a weird glitch. So it's not really good for doing like capture card type stuff, and the capture system that I've got is not very good. It keeps messing up on SNES on my my SNES Mini. I worry about what it would do with a PS4 stream. So yeah, but I really want to do it. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's an awesome gift, and I'm really happy. I'm happy to have it. But like I told everybody, I told my family, I told my girlfriend, I was like, I wouldn't mind having one. If I had any current gen console, it would be a PS4. But I know that I'm really not going to have a lot of time to play it. But I got one. Actually, my girlfriend got it for me, so it was pretty awesome. But yeah. I pay for retro games. I do. I do pay for my retro games. Honestly, the only reason that I wanted the SNES Mini was because it came with Mario RPG, which is honestly my favorite game of all time. To this day, it is still my favorite game ever. It really, really is. I absolutely adore it. There's just something about it that's cute and adorable and fun and awesome and quirky, and it's just a wonderfully well done game. But yeah. El Gato? What is El Gato, and how do I get them to sponsor me? I'm only familiar with the Spanish El Gato, being a cat. My family has cats, but I don't think their cats would be willing to sponsor me in any way. I mean, maybe they would. I'll have to discuss it. Perhaps over some Meow Mix. I mean, maybe I would go all out and do the fancy feast, right? I mean, I may be poor, but I can still get a single serving of fancy feast to impress potential sponsors. Eat! Quit jumping at me. You know, there's a building in this game. I haven't built it yet, but it's called the Slime Ranch. And I don't understand its purpose. It seems like you can actually grow slimes and, like, have them on your farm. And I don't understand why you would do that. It doesn't make sense. Now, Slime Rancher, that's just an adorable game, and it's a lot of fun. I've streamed it a couple of times, I believe. But it's just super adorable. What is this? Retro Pi. Oh, retro. Yeah, I've been debating doing that too. I want to get a Raspberry Pi. And I would love to do that instead because it's super cheap and, you know, you get, like, everything. So that's the other thing I've been debating, too. I mean, the nice thing is that Raspberry Pis are so cheap. It's awesome. Oh, okay. See, I had no idea that there was a streaming company named after a Spanish cat. You know, this is news to me, but it's important for when I send them messages. But yeah, that's why I said I was talking about it earlier today on Discord, because my computer, it's not bad, but it's not great. You know, like I can run Witcher 3 without any problems, but as a streaming computer and even as a for my video editing, it's really not great. So I make do as best as I can, but I would like to upgrade at least somewhat relatively soon. But we'll see. Ah! What I should get is the PC Builder game, because then I can at least pretend that I can build a nice new computer. So that'd be cool. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at it. I don't remember what the brand is that I've got. It worked pretty well for quite a while. I think I may just need to like wipe my hard drive and sort of restart on everything. Get like fewer processes and all that kind of stuff, and that might help my streaming from the capture box. But yeah, we'll see. Oh yeah, if you guys are really curious, my computer specs, the current ones are they're listed on my Twitch, so you guys can see them there. Like I said, it's not bad, and for what I do, it certainly works. I don't do anything like super intense. It kind of sucks for video rendering, especially. Like the video editing, it's not so bad, but the rendering takes forever, and I hate it. I'm waiting for that stupid serpent. Come prepared. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the nice thing is that I don't do things that are so intense that it ruins everything or the like. So it's kind of nice. Oh, jeez. I want to see how many of these mummies I can get in. Oh, diggy! So the mummies in this game are really weird. You can knock them down, like you saw me doing, but then in order to actually destroy them, to defeat them, you have to use a bomb. And that's why I keep doing that and trying to cluster them a little bit. Incidentally, I didn't explain it. I'm in the desert area of Stardew Valley right now. This is an area that you unlock later through some gameplay mechanics, and in particular right now I'm in the Skull Caverns, which to my knowledge is it's an unlimited depth sort of challenge area. The one thing it always makes me think of is in Onimusha, that ye old PS2 game. That's right, not even PS3, but PS2. That's the one that I played anyway. And in that game, they had a similar challenge thing, but it was, I want to say it was 100 floors exactly. So yeah, it's a cool little challenge thing. You get a lot of mining materials, which give you a decent amount of money, not to mention craftable stuff. Plus, it's a way to improve your combat as well. So it's pretty neat. I like it. People just leaving gems all over the floor. Incidentally, when I was away, I learned a lot about gems and minerals and stuff, so that was fun. I even got a book about it. I have a coffee table book now. I'm one of those types of people, so y'all better be prepared. Am I going to get Stardew for PS4? Probably not. I am of the mindset that if I've bought a game once, I really don't feel the need to buy it again, typically. Especially if I have a game on Steam. So, a perfect example of this is with Skyrim. So, I used to be a really heavy console gamer and exclusively did console gaming. But now I've shifted to almost exclusively PC gaming. So I bought Oblivion and Skyrim for 360. And the thing is that I played a lot of it. I played it. And even now, like, I believe I bought Oblivion on Steam, but I only got it because it was on a Steam sale for like $3 or whatever it was. I actually still don't own Skyrim because even when it goes on sale, it's still like $20. Not to mention I have no space on my hard drive to install it. And like the modding and stuff doesn't really appeal to me, but I am of the mindset that if I already own something, I'm not going to buy it again. I don't feel the need to do that. That's not really my shtick, personally. Oh geez, I gotta eat. I really hate these things. They do a lot of damage. Thankfully, they can drop bombs, and they also drop spicy eel, which is a really nice food in the game. Speaking of really nice food, one of the things that I've seen lately, it's actually a game my girlfriend's been playing, is the Little Dragon Cafe. And it looks so adorable. Like, no joke. I am, like, super jealous that she gets to play it. It looks so much fun. Unfortunately, I don't have it, but honestly, it looks like it would be kind of a cool little streaming game. It's like a little adventure. It's a little bit, it's a little bit like Zelda almost, like Skyward Sword type of thing. Not so much Breath of the Wild, from what I can tell. And then it's a little bit like Stardew Valley-ish because you're growing plants and you're harvesting fish and stuff, and it's just really cool. And plus you have drama. There's so much drama in the Little Dragon Cafe, you guys. You have no idea. And also you get a pet dragon. And it's like super adorable because it's a pet dragon that you take care of. And it's like, oh my god, how can it be any more adorable? Oh, dang, I gotta go. Here, let me just hop down here just to see. Okay. I think to be safe, I'm just gonna head out at this point. And yes, Martha, when I do have a coffee table, it's an awesome coffee table, and anybody would be super jealous to have it. So, the Switch for Nintendo and PC for everything. That's kind of how I am. I still have a Wii U. I don't have a Switch, and that's why I said, like, you know, Switch. It's got Smash Brothers and it's got Mario, and the problem is that there's not enough good exclusives to really make me want the Switch. The ability to play portably is really cool. That is something that I really considered when I was thinking about what, if any, anything I would get. But it's just, I don't know. There's not enough meat on the bones for me personally to have made it worthwhile. So that's why I didn't ask for one personally. But yeah, I do love that they've got the ability to do the retro thing. I think that's really cool. So yeah. The first 8 Mega Man games on 6 consoles? That's pretty impressive, Rev. That's probably a record somehow. I mean, part of the thing, though, is that if a lot of companies will do, like, these big anniversary editions and stuff like that, which I'm okay with, and sometimes I'll buy those just because it has, like, a whole bunch in them, and I'm like, awesome! Like, I'm cool with having something that's just a lot, you know? And that's why I love Humble Bundle, right? So with Humble Bundle, I got the Star Wars bundle. I remember in particular had a bunch of games that I already owned, but yeah, I got it anyway because it was super cheap, and it also had a bunch of games that I didn't own. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. So I thought it was pretty exciting. Lingcod. I don't know what a Lingcod is. Well, that doesn't do me any good. Get a baby dragon. That's what I said. Little Dragon Cafe seems super adorable. I'm just saying. From what little I saw of it. My holiday trip was pretty good. Honestly, it was mostly busy. We did a whole lot of stuff. So it was fun. It was a good time, but it was, oh man, it was honestly a little bit exhausting just having so much going on, doing so many things. I mean, in part it was kind of the point because where my family lives, I haven't really visited there too much, and so I was like, I want to see this and this and this and this, and I want to do that and that and that. So that was a big part of it. Was there was a lot of stuff I wanted to do, but at the same time it was just very, very busy. So I was pretty exhausted. But how about you guys? How were your various holidays, whether you got time off or not? I hope that they were at least reasonably good. Yeah, I did. I got to see a lot of culture stuff. Got to see a lot of museums of various sorts. Just do all sorts of different things. It was genuinely fun. I really had a wonderful time. But like I said, it was very exhausting still. So yeah, my girlfriend came with me to visit, and it was just a blast. It was an absolute blast. We all had a really fun time. And I mean, of course, it was great seeing my family because I don't get to see them very often, honestly. So it was nice to take a little break. I mean, I don't particularly like leaving my channel and all that thing, but it was good to step away for a little bit. So yeah, fun times, fun times. Ugh. Oh man, sleepy. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, it's been a pretty busy few days. I've been doing a lot of work, and I still have more to do. Honestly, what? Can I take this one? Ah, it won't let me take it. Incidentally, if anybody's ever curious in this game, right here, this book, you can file for a divorce. If you get divorced, then your spouse leaves you, and then they get really mad at you and they never talk to you again. Or, I mean, I guess they talk to you, but they're just really grumpy about it, type of thing. Apparently, allegedly, somehow, theoretically, there is a way to make it so that you can actually wipe your ex-spouse's memory, and then you can actually get back together with them again. I don't know how to do it or where it is, but I've heard tell that it is possible. So there you go. Oh, you only had the 25th and the 1st off? That kind of sucks. I'm glad that it was chill, though. That's nice. Albacore? That's tuna. Yum. That's good. I hope everybody else had a pretty chill one. What about you, Marathon? Did you mention how your holiday went? I honestly don't remember. I'm sorry. Oh shoot, Maru's gonna be mad at me now. One of the shticks with this game is after you get married, then if you give gifts to eligible people of the opposite gender, then your spouse gets mad at you. So yeah. Whoops. Oh, that's nice that you had early hours, so you were able to celebrate a little bit at least. That's good. Yeah, for me, like I did my best to really try and separate, you know, like not looking at emails and all that stuff. Thankfully, in my line of work, so I honestly I do apologize. I know I mentioned it somewhat frequently, but I work as a scientist, and as part of that, my branch of science that I work in right now, I actually work as a data architect at this point, and in that vein, more often than not, we all basically take holidays off, essentially, and like you won't see answers to emails and stuff like that. Even if you yourself are working, then more often than not, the higher up people are taking time off. Working in like a laboratory and doing actual bench work and stuff can be a hugely different story. And that was honestly one of the things I didn't like about working in the lab, was because I would have to work literally every single day. I would have to be in lab every day to take care of my cells and stuff, and it was just really frustrating. So yeah, it kind of sucked. Oh, you traveled! That's fun, Marathon. Glad to hear. The Bumblebee movie. I'm so worried about the Bumblebee movie. It looks like, okay, so full disclosure, I have not seen all the Transformers movies. I think I only saw the first one. I may have seen the second one. I just was not a fan. I was never a big fan of Transformers as a kid, so it was never my shtick. But yeah, it's really good. I mean, what I really want to see, Into the Spider-Verse. I have heard nothing but amazing things about Into the Spider-Verse, so that's one I really, really want to see. It's good to know that that Bumblebee's good though, so that's pretty cool. And none of the Michael Bay stuff. That's good. I mean, I feel that's what was really the biggest issue with some of the Transformer that I saw, at least, was it was just too heavy on action, and the story was thin like wax paper. Maybe cellophane even. Probably cellophane. But that's cool. I'm glad that it's so good. Trying to think of what else to do here. One of the issues you run into in this game is that during the winter months, or the winter week, there's not a whole lot to do other than like fishing and mining type of stuff. So right now I'm just like giving people gifts so that I can improve my relationships with them, essentially. It's like I said, it's a big part of the game. I think that's something I've already found. But yeah, so, see. Look, Marathon is in here. She's not actually playing right now, but I mentioned earlier that one of the things the game added was a co-op mode. And so she joined in on my little farm here. Let's see here. Oh, Sandy. Sandy is tough to get to, though. Elliot the dwarf. I can give something to Krobus. It's funny because you can actually buy stuff from Krobus, and he sells stuff that he really loves. So it's kind of funny. Here, I'll show you guys Krobus if you haven't seen him. You do have that beehive dew there, Merthwin. It's something else for sure. Whatever, I have a cool hat. Everybody's jealous of my hat, right? So this is Krobus. He's weird. So, he sells void eggs. And you can either, you can put them in a stable so that you can, grow a void chicken, or you can just give them to him because he really loves them. Wait, what? Who got taken out of Texas? I'm confused. Why are you all deliberately confusing me? I do not approve. Look, you're going fishing in sewage. Maybe I'll catch Blinky. What? How? What did I say? I didn't say nothing. Where I've seen and done everything? You mean in the game, Eag? I mean, assuming that you mean in the game, then I mean, I don't know. You know, as a scientist, I don't know what I haven't seen, so I can't say. I know that I've seen a lot. I do have quests that I still have left to do. I have plenty of achievements that I haven't done. So, like, see, the mysterious Quee, I don't know what this is. The problem is rainbow shells don't show up in the winter, so I can't go on the quest. And it's really annoying. Oh, with the hat. A blue hat, though? This isn't How I Met Your Mother. Although that was a red boot thing. But the point stands. It's a very similar situation. But, yeah, honestly, Eag, I think I've seen and done most of the stuff. I mean, all of the characters have, what's it called? They all have their individual cinema scenes, like like you guys saw one earlier when I walked in on their band practice thing. So all of the characters have those. I don't know how many each one has, but all of the characters have that type of scene and multiples of them. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, I know I haven't seen all of those. I'm sure that there's other characters I haven't seen. Like I said, I technically haven't reached the end of the game, or what is considered the end of the game. I haven't seen some of the new events that were added in the last update. There are some things I'm aware that I haven't seen, but I'm sure that there's stuff that I don't know about that obviously I haven't seen as well. So it's pretty fun. I don't think the characters age. I haven't seen it, but the thing is, you have to think that. I mean, you can play this as long as you want, but I'm only in the second year, so if the characters age, I wouldn't be able to see it. One other thing too is that, like I said, I'm married to Maru in the game, and she's pregnant now, so we're gonna have kids, which is something that I hadn't done before, and so that's kind of cool. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see. And as I mentioned, there's stuff that I'm sure I haven't seen. So like up here, this is like the spa thing. Whoa. What is this? Spooky. This is very mysterious. So remember when I said that I don't know what I haven't seen? This is what I'm talking about. Begin flying. You were married to a witch? He was married to a witch. Like a literal witch. Uh-huh. She took my magic ink. The witch stole the magic ink. Not cool. Well, this is fun. Whoa, Nelly. Ah! Witch! I'm pointing at her, but you all didn't see. So that was kind of spooky, weird. WT fudge. So now we know that there's stuff that I didn't see. Probably, yes, Marathon. Exactly, Rev. Exactly. When has a dark talisman ever done anything bad to anyone? Except in, like, every adventure movie ever. But that's beside the point. That's what I'm saying. Like, this game is awesome. It has all sorts of crazy, weird stuff. See, like, now I have to do this. Like, this is great. I have a purpose in Stardew now. I have my new goal. Ink is totally magic. How is ink magic, Marathon? Like any ink or like magic ink? Because I can see like some Harry Potter ink that like writes itself. Although I guess that's more an enchanted quill, but that's beside the point. Great, let's go into the mysterious sewer tunnel. That sounds like a great idea. Yay, what the fudge? This is friggin' weird. I can't tell if those are good things, bad things, or... Oh, cool. I'm a master slayer. What the fudge? It turns into a bug. A flying bug. An evil flying bug. Stupid cocoon. Who was it that was in Cocoon? Great, more bugs. Go away, bug. Oh, well, these guys aren't harmful, at least. I wonder if there's anything, like, worthwhile in these rocks. Oh, look, a treasure chest. It's covered in slime. Yeah, there's totally nothing cursed-like about this talisman that I found in a sewer from a guy named Krobus for some magician dude who can teleport at will and whose ex-wife is a witch. Nothing at all bad can come of this, right? Yeah, this is 100%. I mean, this is like day in, day out stuff, you know? This is just how I do. Every day. Oh, man. It's getting late. I'll see if I can give it to him. This is exciting, though. But you know what? After this day, I'm going to have to get going. Because I got to get to work. Unfortunately. And you know what that means? I have to leave you guys on this awesome, mysterious cliffhanger of mysteriousness that I seriously had no idea would happen. Like, I am not joking. I just randomly went up there to show you guys the spa. Because I knew the spa was up there. Where you're from, we call it Tuesday. Aren't you in Texas, Rev? So you guys have dark talismans floating around all over? What do you mean you have hours? You're a wizard. Wizards don't close. Oh, shoot. I'm going to eat the spicy eel. The reason I'm doing that is because it makes you walk faster. So hopefully I'll be able to get home. Oh, you're from Maryland? The land of Mary? Hashtag spicy eel for the win. Boom! Y'all jealous. That definitely sounds like a country song. I done passed out on the road again. I done did it again when I passed out on that road again. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is this? The traveling merchant fleet. Guys, look at all this There's free coffee? Random. But guys, look at all this exciting stuff that we have. Hooray! This will be fun. But, like I said, unfortunately, I've got to get going now. It is that time for me. I need to go and I got to get to work, unfortunately. It's that time. But thank you all so much for being here. It was great seeing everybody, like Eag and Timmy Tommy Tony. It's been way too long for you two. At least that I've seen you on stream. I know you guys watch on YouTube and everything. But then, of course, Marathon and Tiny and Rev. Always great to see you guys. I will be back on Saturday at my usual time. Probably I'll play Dragon Quest just because that was the number 2 in the poll, as is tradition. But we'll see. I might swing back and do Batman again because Batman was really freaking cool. It was a lot of fun. But either way, take care, you guys. Have a good time. Have fun, and you know, be awesome. Have a good week. But don't work too hard, or at least try not to. But take care, and I will hopefully see you all on Saturday.